On the broadcast today, we wrap up homecoming week.
Students turn into zombies for a good cause.
And we get an inside look at the NC State Fair.
All these stories and more because Wildcat News starts now.
Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Jowann Holder.
And I'm Jamie Snover, reporting from the North Carolina State Fair.
Last week, Wildcat showed their school spirit for homecoming week. Marissa Greene tells us more.
Friday afternoon, students gathered in Wildcat Stadium for the pep rally.
A lot went into planning this pep rally. We had to meet with administration a couple times and our advisors. We had class meetings for SGA, and we also had to gather students from different clubs as delegates to come help plan the pep rally. Pretty much everyone was assigned their own game and event for the pep rally, so we just had teams. It took about 2 to 3 weeks just making sure that the communication was working between all the clubs and advisors and administration, just to make sure that everything would go smoothly. We have some really great games planned this year. We're taking games from like sophomore and freshman year that we did and trying to bring it back and do something different with it. Like the obstacle course is JV versus varsity football. We're having a teacher-student three-legged race, and we're having a trivia game where if someone gets an answer wrong, they get pied in the face.
During Friday night's game, our homecoming court winners were announced.
I was very surprised to win homecoming king. It felt great to win homecoming king.
I was very surprised, honestly, to win queen because I figured Rachel, of all people, would win. It felt very great because my mom, when she was in high school, she made it to the ballad. So my whole growing up, she always talked about it, and I always wanted to be like her, and I made it a step further than she did.
We asked our king and queen how they felt about the competition.
What competition? Oh, you mean the other contestants? Like, I love Scott with all my heart. I love Dalton, too. And Justin's great, but they weren't great on Friday.
I was really nervous because with Hannah being the president of our school and with Rachel being as outgoing as she is, I really didn't think I was going to win.
The nominees shared campaign strategies, from none to some.
I mean, I told my friends to vote for me, but I'm friends with everyone, so.
I didn't until it was the last voting day, and then I was like, okay, I want this, I want to win, and then, yeah, a little bit.
I'm Marissa Greene, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Marissa.
Jamie, what was going on with your parking today?
Jowann, you know my parking skills are not on point.
Well, Erik Beene learns how to make a complete stop at the street safe this past Saturday.
Saturday, students came out to the Street Safe driving event to learn how to be better drivers. Abby Hartley shares more about the event.
Street Safe is an event that teens can come and experience bad driving conditions and drive in them. So some of the big things that we learned at Street Safe were to not text and drive, and always wear your seatbelt, and definitely don't drink and drive also. Some of the dangers of distracted driving is that it's very easy to lose control of your car and run off the road because you're looking at your cell phone or something else instead of looking at the road. With wet roads, it's really easy to hydroplane and go off the road because of that. It's very easy to lose control. I had to wear the drunk goggles and do the failed sobriety test, and that was pretty funny.
Hartley also shares how State Farm is rewarding schools that make safe driving commitments.
Celebrate My Drive is something sponsored by State Farm, to where you can go on celebratemydrive.com and make a safe driving commitment to raise money for our school. If we won the top prize, we would win $100,000 for our school and a Band Perry concert. Students can do their part by going on celebratemydrive.com and making a safe driving commitment and getting all of their friends and their parents to do that also.
I'm Erik Beene, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Erik.
This past weekend, the Do Something Club hosted their first annual zombie run.
I think the first zombie run went really well because we got a pretty good participation. We thought we weren't going to get very many people, but I thought it was pretty good.
Kaylee Rochelle speaks about the zombie run.
The zombie run is whenever we get a bunch of runners and zombies and they chase them.
There is time and effort put into the zombie run.
a lot of effort. We spent till 5 o'clock one day making signs, and then I know Miss Nyman went home and made more signs. It was a lot of planning and a lot of things that we didn't think we had to do, but then, you have to make sure you have all the keys for the gates, and there's just a bunch of little things, and they add up.
Kaylee talks about her favorite parts.
The chasing part and the dressing up as a zombie was fun, so that was the best, I think.
Diana Moore shares her reactions to the zombies.
Well, when we got there, I didn't really think too much of it, but then the zombies came out and kind of got scary because I didn't want them to take my flag, so just running from them. We just had to see whoever got the most flags left at the end and just run from them. I just think it was a good experience just to do something different on a Saturday.
So Jamie, how did it feel to be a zombie?
We really ran for our lives.
Very funny.
Jowann, you know what I'm really tired of hearing?
Your voice?
Katherine Serrell tells us what some Wildcats think are the most overused phrases.
What do you think is the most overused phrase?
Bruh. About a week ago.
I'm asleep. Good morning, West Johnston. I'm Erik Beene with your morning announcements. Dope.
Yeet. Turn up.
Wow, that was very interesting.
We are so ghetto.
Our Lady Wildcats worked their way to the playoffs for tennis and volleyball. Jarrett Spann reports on their victories.
The ladies' tennis and volleyball teams made a deep run in the playoffs. Abby Barber shares her opinion on her team and their good luck charm.
I didn't think we would make it that far in the playoffs. I would change the first part. I would want us to pull it together faster. We would put our hair in cornrows, and we had originally said if we made it to finals, everyone would do it, but some people chickened out on the way there. So we said if we made it to states, we would all do it.
Carly Juarez tells us about how her and the tennis team did during the playoffs and what opponent was most difficult.
I did pretty well in the playoffs. We did really well. We made it to regionals, 5 of the people on our team, which is more than in the past couple years, so we did pretty well. Throughout the season, one of our hardest opponents would be Clayton. They're first in the conference, so they're really hard.
I'm Jarrett Spann, Wildcat News.
Thanks, Jarrett. Jowann, do you smell that?
No.
You need to share.
Okay.
With the smell of a variety of food and the screams of thrill seekers, the North Carolina State Fair is a fall favorite.
Linda Coates, pizza stand worker, shares her passion of participating in such a crazy event.
I'm at Rigatoni's booth. We sell fresh homemade pizza, fresh squeezed lemonade, nachos. I've worked at the fair for at least 20 years.
Even though there are hundreds of booths at the state fair, Linda believes Rigatoni's is the best.
What makes this booth better is that we take pride in selling a good product. We have fun while we're doing it. My favorite thing about working here is the people watching. I love to look at all the different people that come to the fair, talk to the people, and just have a good time. Come to the North Carolina State Fair and come have Rigatoni's pizza.
One student tells us what brings her to the fair every year.
I go almost every year. The games and the rides and hanging out with my friend brings me to the fair. I think everyone should go to the fair because it's a great place to go and it's fun. And because they got candy apple. My favorite game at the fair is the hoops, where you shoot and then you get rewards and stuff. I love the games where you win the stuffed animals.
Well, that's all for us this week. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, please email us at wjstudentmedia@gmail.com.
Also, if you want to watch Wildcat News at home, on the go, or catch up on past episodes, go to wildcatscratchpost.com/wildcatnews. I'm Jamie Snover.
And I'm Jowann Holder. Thank you and have a great week. Is that gonna be weird?
No, it'll be funny.
Okay.
It's gonna take like 5 times.
Here. Take 5,000. Take 5,003. Here. Yes!